Hello, men, women, children, and babies. Today, we're going to get into this gingerbread palette. I know I'm like super ridiculously late, and I'm sorry, gingerbread spice palette. I know I'm super late to this party, but I was just like, I refuse to do holiday palettes before a holiday comes like Thanksgiving. So, y'all get me now. Oh, it's backwards, my bad. Yeah, we're very professional. Okay. No. So this is the palette. I'm sure you've seen all this. I don't even know why I'm going through this. I'm just going through this because this is what you're supposed to do. So these are the shades. Now y'all know I was excited about certain shades. So we don't need to talk about which shades I'm excited about. If you watch this at all, then you already know which ones it is. Yeah, I like those. Anyway, I'm just getting into the eye look because I figure I don't need to talk about this whole lot, especially since you can see me. At least 50 other beauty groups do this like right after it came out, and I was told now because I was like, I can't before the holiday, I can't be bothered. Okay, but yeah, so we're gonna take up shadow insurance here because I figure it should work best with its own primer, and if it doesn't, then I need to talk to Jared and his dog because he loves to promote the hell out of this dog, so I figure I should talk to it too. And how do y'all feel about all these holiday release eyeshadow palettes? Because I'm like, I feel like it's just like Mel Thompson said, it's palette getting, because every time you look up somebody calling it eyeshadow palette. I mean, I'm not opposed to it at all. I was thinking about getting the Poison Garden palette by Nobla, but then I was like, no, because it's just a pop of blue palette and it looks just like the one I already have. What's it called? The dreamy one. It just has like more neutral colors and it happens to have this random blue and this dual chrome, and I feel like it's a dual chrome that I have in 50 other palettes. So I was like, I was proud of myself because I didn't buy it. But I feel like since they're coming out with all these palettes, like a whole bunch of us are just about to be like broke as hell, and everybody can't afford to be broke as hell, which gets me into PR. So I heard this one YouTuber talking about, instead of just sitting here talking about her, let me, we're gonna use gingerbread latte to start off with because I don't know what the hell I'm doing yet. It's probably gonna be something boring though because this is a boring ass palette, so I can't give you much. I'm sorry. Anyway, so I heard this one YouTuber. She was talking about how she didn't like that YouTubers sold their PR, and I was like, I feel like she had an interesting view on it. I understand her, like people would kill for that and like give it away or whatever, but it's like at the same time like being a YouTuber that doesn't get PR, I appreciate YouTubers that sell their PR because it's like a lot of us can't afford to go out and buy $40, $50 palettes every time something launches, or buy the latest shade of something whenever something launches and all that type of stuff, and you have to try to keep up in order to even be seen or get your name out there. So I appreciate the YouTubers who sell their PR. Thank you, YouTubers who sell your PR, because a lot of the time I'm on Poshmark buying it from you so that I can keep making these videos because anybody got $50 per palette to buy, and I appreciate you can catch deals occasionally, and since y'all don't seem to want to watch my drugstore shit ever, like I made like maybe 3 drugstore videos, and like I think those videos have got like no views. So unless you like coming up with these high end palettes every 15 minutes, like all these other YouTubers, you're not really in competition. So I know at least for me, I feel like it doesn't work that way because I make hella drugstore videos. I feel for y'all. I mean, not hella, but I've made drugstore videos for y'all and nobody watches them. So it's like $50 a palette is not cheap, especially when Huda and Natasha Nona and Pat up here asking for 55 for 6 shades and 48 for 5 shades, and Huda asking $65 for all this or whatever. And I'm like, I don't have money for all that, girl. Bye. We over here trying to live our best life and prosper and do this, but it's like ain't nobody get money for all this. Hooded girl has several seats, and I don't want to be that ghetto ratchet girl and just buy stuff for videos and then take it back to store 15 minutes later. Like, we're not trying to do that either. So I'm feeling like in my feelings, I feel like I'm being attacked by all these makeup releases at one time. Okay, we're gonna go in with gingerbread. I'm thinking about just doing a simple smoky eye and just calling it a day because that's my favorite thing to do. So I will most likely do that, but I'm in gingerbread right now. Anyway, so I found it interesting that she was talking like, saying it was a bad thing. I'm like, I don't see it as a bad thing, but I mean, I guess since she's like one of those that has over 250,000 like followers of them, to her it's a bad thing. You shouldn't do it. I'm like, I appreciate all the YouTubers who do it. Please keep doing it. You're making a way for all the smaller ones who want to follow behind you, and this is their dream and all that. So I applaud you. I thank you. do it some more so that, you know, other smaller YouTubers who might not necessarily be able to go out and buy all this expensive stuff can have a way to do theirs, and then they don't have to, like, you know, worry about paying bills and doing things like that just so they can keep up with the trends of all the other, you know, people out here. So I didn't argue with her. I didn't like leave her any negative comment or anything like that and tell her how I felt about it. I'm just telling you all, like, I was like, I understand how, you know, she feels about it, and like, I guess if I was at her position and I had a whole lot and I wanted to, like, you know, give back to my fan base, and I can understand being frustrated with other YouTubers who get way more PR than you and them like selling it instead of giving it to their followers. I totally got that whole standpoint of where she's coming from too, because I feel like that's where she was mainly coming from. But like I said, since I'm on the other end, I can see it from a different perspective. To her, like, the glass, it sounds like it's half empty, and to me it's like it's half full, because, you know, even though you're getting stuff, you're not necessarily using it, you're making a way for someone else who can't necessarily afford to get it to do it. So I was all here for it and appreciative and thankful. Like that Too Faced Born This Way foundation I reviewed for y'all, I didn't go to the store and buy it at full price. I couldn't, like, necessarily afford to do that at the time, because it's like eyeshadow, like Mel said, it's eyeshadow Armageddon. So it's like just palettes keep coming out, and it's like I can't keep affording it, you know, just go out and constantly buy and buy, like, you know, and get money for all that. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna do an all matte look, believe it or not. And maybe we'll, yeah, I don't think I want to use the shimmers. I'm feeling like an all matte look will suffice. Because lately I've been doing that. I don't know what the hell's wrong. I've been doing all matte looks. But anyway, I'm gonna go into Figgy Pudding and see how well that blends out. I'm sorry I didn't tell y'all any of the brushes I was using. My bad. I used the NYX blending brush number 16. And now I'm using this ColourPop brush. I mean, they still have it in the line now, but the one I'm using is the ones that they first started passing out, like when you bought a certain amount of product, they gave it to you like for free or something like that. So that's what I'm using. This is kind of a powdery shadow, but I will make it work. And maybe I will put a shimmer over just because, I don't know. I feel like I should at least use one of the shimmers in the palette, since, you know, it does have shimmers in it. I was thinking about buying some stuff from Juvia's place, because they're having like their holiday sale and everything's like dirt cheap, y'all. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, because none of their palettes have been like calling to me or like really appealed to me. Like the last two they came out was boring as hell. Like they got an all matte one, but I was thinking like maybe that could suffice as a dupe for the whose palette is that? The Safari one by Natasha Denona. So I was like, maybe I'll, you know, get it for that purpose. Because I know last year when her holiday palette came out, Juvia's place had a dupe palette that looked literally identical to that palette, so I didn't buy that one. I think it was the Aries one, the second one. And that was the one that ended up going on sale, because I guess a lot of people like me, like, Juvia's place got the exact same shades. It's only like, I think it was like $20 or something. So it's like I could save $20 and buy a whole nother eyeshadow palette from Juvia's place. So why should I get Natasha Denona 48, you know? So I just went ahead and got that one. But I'm like, I don't really care about the mattes that are in that palette. Like the mattes in Natasha's palette are more interesting, but I'm not about to buy a whole matte palette from Natasha Denona, especially since I've heard good and bad things about it. I'm like, I don't know how I feel. I don't know if I feel like it's worth all of that. So I think I'm gonna just leave it alone. I don't know though. Like, we'll see, because they're supposed to have another sale coming up. They're supposed to be giving out coupons to VIBs. Rouges get $25 off 75 purchase. I think VIBs get 20 off a $75 purchase, and then something else. It's I think it's 15 off of 75 purchase for Beauty Insiders. So Sephora's letting us have one more go round on sales with them, but like the gift sets I want aren't back in stock yet, so I'm kind of in my feelings, because the Bite Beauty gift set isn't back yet. The Laneige lip set isn't back yet, which I'm upset about, because I have been wanting that for the longest, and I finally went to go buy it, and of course they sold out. I was like, you bastards. Like, go somewhere and die. That's what you do. Go somewhere and die. Yeah, so far these shadows are blending out pretty nice. I like them. Then again, I'm a little biased because I've always had a thing about Too Faced. I remember when I was like in high school and I'd go into like Sephora, my dad's girlfriend or whatever, she would like take me in there. I remember Urban Decay had like those cocoa body powders. They were like lickable or whatever. And I thought that was so cool. And I always thought Urban Decay and Too Faced was cool, which is hysterical now because, as y'all know, I can't stand Urban Decay. I think they're so inconsistent and terrible to the like, I just don't want to know. Please go have several seats. So I think it's funny that in high school I was all about Urban Decay. And now I'm just like, no, Urban Decay, go have several seats. Please leave me alone. But let's watch this Ooh Burn and see if I want to put that on top of this so I won't be so mad. Let's see. So this is called Ooh Burn. Yes, I just flipped you off in your face. No. I guess it'll go nicely on top of the color we picked. Just as like a nice little, ooh, that's pretty nice shimmer. And it just was a nice little thing. Yeah, because we're going to go on top with Ooh Burn. Just so I can say I use a shimmer because I'm really not feeling like a shimmer. But like I said, I feel like since it's in here, we should, entertain it. And plus, since I've got to take this look off and do a whole nother look anyway, I'm not really trying to be like too serious with it. Okay, I don't feel like it's showing up really at all. Kind of because of the brush I'm using, because it blends in so well with the Sticky Pudding color. But I feel like it's not doing much for us. I feel like there's an element of surprise type thing. Like if you turn, then maybe you'll see it, but otherwise you might not. I don't know. I just know I'm glad to be back filming here because I feel like the lighting is better here when it comes to me doing eye looks. Like the other, when I'm filming at home, I feel like since I'm literally sitting right like underneath the light, there's like a shadow there, and it's hard for me to. Okay, yeah, I feel like this is not doing anything for our eye look because it's dark just like the matte we put on top. So maybe we should put something else on top of this. I don't know. See, what else do we want to put on top of this though? Let's watch Hottie Toddy and see what that's about. Hottie Toddy, what are you doing? It's kind of orangey. Y'all feeling this orangey situation? I'm not feeling this orangey situation. I feel like it looks weird with this. Okay. I don't want to play it safe and do the warm and toasty one. Let's see what spiced rum looks like. Dud alert, dud alert. Spicy rum is a dud alert. Sorry, spiced rum is a dud alert. Yeah, see, look at this. I'm sorry, where's the pigment? What is that? Yeah, no. Okay, so no. Maybe we'll do Spice of Life. That's looking a little better. I don't know. That's okay, but I don't feel like it goes with his eye look very well. Let's try Bake It Till You Make It. That might do the trick. Let's see. Bake It Till You Make It. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Bake It Till You Make It because I'm tired of watching things. Extremely lazy and fat, don't judge. Yeah, so Bake It Till You Make It is. Yeah, so I heard this, I think it's Frostbite Me is like a crappy shade as well. Oh yeah, see, at least you can see this one. The other one you didn't see anything, child. It was like, is it there? I don't know. But that's my fault for putting such a similar looking color on and expecting it to show up. But like I had told you, I didn't expect to like put shimmer on my lid. I was fine with it looking the way it did. So I guess this looks cool. I don't know. I kind of want to brighten it up now since I have this Bake It Till You Make It shade on the lid. But like with what, I don't know. I kind of want to use Gumdrop and put it like higher up in the crease instead of having this brown thing. Just have a red and then go into these lid color and that. So I'll probably go ahead and do that now after I get done putting Bake It Till You Make It on the lid. But so there are a couple of crappy shades in here, and I don't get how they're shimmers. Maybe they put too much glitter in it or something. Because as a general rule, I don't have problems with shimmers for the most part. So I feel like your shimmers have to like really be bad. Maybe they were just rushed and they were like, yeah, we need to get this palette out, so we'll just have a couple of crappy ones in there and the rest of them be fine. Just so we can meet the deadline of when we want to release this palette. But sometimes I feel like companies do that. They just like release a shitty ass, release some let some other things slide in production that they shouldn't, just so they can get something out by a certain time range, i.e. the Jaclyn Hill palette. Sorry, the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe Vault. Let me get it right. The palette is fine. The Vault is shit. And believe it or not, I finally got the fucking Vault to work, you guys. I can give you a video if you want of like the looks I made, because the only one I don't seem to work well with is Bring Me Along. I even got Armed and Gorgeous to work, which is a shock, because y'all know that was that palette was so fucking shitty to me. I was like, man, I want to call it everything in the world to the child of God. It was just a bunch of bullshit. But I made that palette works, and I'm proud of myself. Anyway, so I'm dipping in a gumdrop like I said I was. Let's see, hopefully that's not too much. I'm trying to like put it up here, just so it won't be just brown. Let's see. Hopefully I didn't fuck this up. Ooh. But now I feel like it's looking like the Sweetest Day look we did. Kind of, but at the same time it's not, because that one was way more pinky toned. Oh, and this is what I wanted to tell you all. So when I was in Dubai and Sephora, I took very minimal makeup, like very few pieces of makeup. My caboodle thing was like still full, but it was like literally everything I needed with perfumes and cleansers for my face and all that type of stuff. So I literally took like one palette. I took It's My Ray Ray's palette that is probably on sale on BH Cosmetics right now. You need to go pick it up. That palette is like, it has your contour, it has your highlight, and it has like hella eyeshadows for you to use, and it has some pinkish red ones and some purple ones. So I was over in Dubai living my best life because I had that. But I also took both the Patrick Star and MAC like quads for what was it? Quads for spring collection that he had. I took both of those as well, and I did a look with one of them one day. I had put like a little bit of It's My Ray Ray's, like one of her matte pink ones shades in there, I think. And then I had put like the rest of the Patrick Star palette, and I kid you not, I was walking around Sephora and like every Sephora employee was complimenting my eye look and asking me like where in the world I got like what eyeshadow palette I was using. So shout out to you, Patrick Star, honey, and these spring quads, because child, I was getting complimented everywhere I went about your quads. And I was loving it, because I was like, yes, this eye look is life. I'm glad someone else noticed it. Because when I'm like here at home, like I don't get compliments on my eyeshadow at all. It's very rare that I ever get complimented on my makeup, which I always found weird, because I'm like, I think I do okay. But I just get like a whole bunch of girls staring at me, and then they don't say anything, so I'm like, okay. But then I just figured like staring at my eyebrows, and like she must have forgot to do her eyebrows today. No, sweetie, I didn't forget. I just don't care. Thanks. But yeah, so I figured like they're like, oh, so she did her eyes and she got eyeshadow. Oh, and I stopped putting lower lash stuff on there a while ago, if you have noticed, but I'm explaining why. Like, look at this weird like crepey situation going on like in my eye. See, that's why I don't do it anymore, because it's like I don't want to irritate that area. But I don't know. I feel like Bake It Till You Make It isn't giving me like enough shimmer, so maybe I'll try with my finger. See, like my fingers doing like way better than you did with the brush on my page. So maybe I just needed to wet the brush in order to give us like the intensity I was hoping for, or whatever. I don't know. Oh yeah, and they're coming out with a Toy Story 4 apparently, because like 3 of them wasn't enough. You need another. I had to take my kid to go see what's that movie? Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet yesterday, so that's why I know Toy Story 4 is coming in summer of this year. Sorry, summer of next year. And he's all excited about that, and he's trying to make me go see Dumbo too, and I'm like, yeah, no. Maybe your daddy will take you to go see Dumbo. I just refuse. Tim Burton has fucked up Dumbo, so I don't want to be a part of it. He fucked up Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. I'm sorry, Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, which still pisses me off. Like, how dare you mess up Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory? You horrible man. And I used to thought Tim Burton was cool until he started fucking up movies from when I was a child. Like, he fucked up that, he fucked up Dumbo. It's like, sir, go have separate seats. I don't care if you did make Edward Scissorhands and, what's the other one he made? And, Nightmare Before Christmas and all that. You still fucked up a couple of my childhood movies, and I'm in my feelings, so it's unacceptable, sir. It's unacceptable. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm done with this eye look. Okay, so let's talk about this pretty palette here. So, you saw I used a few shades, not a whole lot. So we used Gingerbread, we used Gingerbread Latte, we used Figgy Pudding, Bake It Till You Make It, And Gumdrop, because I'm sorry, I just had to use Gumdrop. It was just requirement. It's calling my name. It was like, if you don't use me, I won't be your friend anymore. And I was like, well, oh, and I forgot we used Burn. So upon using these and swatching that crappy shade Spiced Rum, that sucked. Maybe if you wet your brush, it'll be better. I don't know. It sucked to me. The other colors are pretty passable and boring to me. Like this Sugar Daddy color, there's no purpose to me. This Frostbite Me, it doesn't serve a purpose to me. This Powdered Sugar, it doesn't serve a purpose to me. The rest of those 3 shades, they serve no purpose to me. The rest of the palette is fine. That's why I didn't have a problem buying it, because I'm like, there's more colors in here I can use than I can't use. But I don't know if you have palettes that are similar to this. I don't know if you necessarily need to run out and buy it. Like, I bought it because I think I got 2 times or 4 times the points from Too Faced, and then they gave me a 20% off coupon, and then I think I got like an extra 3 times the points because I'm a 4 or 5 times the points because I'm a diamond at Ulta. So that's how I ended up with this palette. Plus I just love Too Faced's formula, and I've never bought a Too Faced like holiday palette. And I figured this would be a nice palette because I like the formula of the ones in here. Like I own the peach one and the chocolate gold one they came out with last year. Oh my gosh, the thing is amazing. That is one of my favorite and more reach for palettes. But yeah, so I would recommend this palette if, you know, you're buying it for somebody who's new to makeup. It has a lot of essential boring colors that they'll see people using in tutorials because, you know, people love to use 50 Shades Brown. So that'll work for somebody like that. If you're somebody who already has an established collection, I don't really think you need to buy this palette because I could have made the same eye look with the what palette is that? With the Give It To Me Straight palette by ColourPop, and bought a single pink shade that looks like Gumdrop, like Sandbar from ColourPop, and, you know, made a whole this exact same eye look pretty much because it has the same similar shimmers in it. It has the same somewhat mauve looking tones to it, so it's like you didn't have to buy this palette to get this look. But if you just like Too Faced and, you know, wanted to add a new palette to your arsenal, then I would recommend it. Otherwise, like, just save your money, girl. I'm sure I could pull like 3 or 4 palettes out of the drawer that have similar colors as this, and it's like a fourth of the price. Like I named ColourPop. Their palettes are on sale for like 30% off right now. Sorry, their whole site is on sale just about for 30% off right now. Except the damn holiday palette, which I still want to get to do a review for you guys, but I'm like, I'm trying to wait till they reestablish the coupon codes, because I'm like, since you're not going to put it on sale, there's no point in me, you know what I'm saying? Like, wasting my time doing that. So, yeah. Anyway, I got one more video to film for today, and I'm going to try to get outside before it gets too dark and hopefully take some pictures of this eye look. I don't know if we're going to do that or not, but yeah, I still got to film a Hood of Beauty video for you all, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye.